apply the smile like a fresh coat of paint, a necessary lie for the world to see. Checking the reflection in the mirror, ensuring there is no trace of the misery in me. They look at me and they see strength, they see resilience, they see a man composed, but they don't see the furnace of the private, quiet hell that remains tightly enclosed. Behind the teeth, behind the forced laughter, behind the casual jokes about the news, my heart is a battlefield where I am the only soldier left, the one who always loses. I am a master of the mask, an expert of the disguise, the architect of a curated life. But the porcelain is cracking, the lines are showing the depth of the internal and the strife. It's a performance of normalcy, a theater of the mundane to keep the ghosts at bay. Cause if I let the mask slip even for a second, I would simply evaporate into the grave. I talk to my friends, I order my coffee, I walk through the park with a rhythmic stride, while underneath the ribs I am carrying a corpse, the version of me that actually died. The day you stop loving me, the pain is thick, but it cannot cover the jagged grain of the wood underneath the rot of the heartbreak, the constant low frequency pain. I am terrified of the person who might emerge if I ever dared to peel it all away. So I will keep the facade polished, I will keep the performance going for another day. I am an actor in a play that I never auditioned for, a play that has no final scene, trapped in the constant exhausting labor of being someone I have never truly been. And every time I look at my own eyes in the dark, I see the stranger looking back, waiting for the moment the mask shatters, waiting for the final, inevitable, absolute crack. I am caught in the center of a whirlpool, a spiral of the things we left unspoken, the remnants of a life that is currently lying on the floor, irrevocably, totally broken. The memories are jagged, sharp-edged glass, they cut deeper with every passing hour. And I am a fool for staying here, trying to water a dead and withered black flower. I don't know where the us ended and the me began to disintegrate into this foam. I am a castaway on the island of my own mind, searching for a path that leads home. But the current is too strong, the pull of the past is a gravity I cannot escape. And I am watching the structure of my sanity begin to lose its final solid shape. It's a blur of laughter, that high-pitched infectious joy, colliding with the sharp decay of the morning you packed your bags and decided it was finally time to walk away. I am spinning, I am sinking, I am struggling to keep my head above the rising tide of all the regrets, all the secrets, and all the desperate ways I tried to hide from the inevitable truth that we were two people pulling in opposite violent directions, just waiting for the moment to shatter under the weight of our own failed reflections. The whirlpool pulls me into the dark, into the deep, into the silence of the sea, where the ghosts of our potential are the only ones left to have a conversation with me. I swallow the water, I taste the salt of our failed promises, the bitter tang of the end, and I realize that there is no one left to save me, and no one left to even pretend that we were meant to last. I close my eyes and surrender to the rotation of the spin, accepting that this is the final descent, the point where the true darkness can begin. I sat down at the corner table of our favorite cafe, where the rain outside is turning all the summer into gray. The barista gave a smile and she brought a cup of two, forgetting for a moment that I am no longer with you. The steam is rising slowly from the dark and bitter blend, just like the sweet illusions that we had to put to an end. I look across the table at the empty wooden chair, and for a second I can see your shadow sitting there. You used to stir your sugar with a quiet little clink, reading through a magazine while I would sit and think. Now the jazz is playing softly from the speaker on the wall, a lazy saxophone that makes the heavy teardrops fall. The atmosphere is cozy, full of laughter and chatter, but my heart is a plate that has chosen to shatter. I trace my finger around the rim of the porcelain cup, too afraid to lift my heavy eyes and look up. I'm sitting in the cafe with an empty seat across, drinking down the bitterness of my ultimate loss. The world is moving busy while I am stuck in reverse, living in a memory that's becoming like a curse. The smell of roasted coffee and the winter in the air reminds me of the happiness that we used to share. Now I'm just a lonely customer, paying for his pain, staring through the window at the never-ending rain. I remember how we carved our little initials in the wood underneath the table where nobody else stood. I reach my hand to touch it, it's still there right today, a tiny little monument that will never fade away. But we have faded quickly, like the steam into the room, leaving just the shadows and a heavy sense of gloom. I take a sip of coffee, but it has no taste at all, just like the empty promises we made before the fall. The bell above the entrance rings as people come and go, bringing in the chilly wind and flakes of early snow. Every time it opens, I am looking at the door, hoping for a miracle that won't happen no more. Just a foolish habit of a broken-hearted fool who hasn't learned the lesson of love's unforgiving rule. I'm sitting in the cafe with an empty seat across, drinking down the bitterness of my ultimate loss. The world is moving busy while I am stuck in reverse, living in a memory that's becoming like a curse. The smell of roasted coffee and the winter in the air reminds me of the happiness that we used to share. Now I'm just a lonely customer, paying for his pain, staring through the window at the never-ending rain. The coffee's getting cold, the story has been told. I leave the cash behind, with you still on my mind. Walk out into the street, our eyes will never meet. I saw you on the subway platform, standing in the line. You were looking at your phone, looking completely fine. My heart stopped beating for a second, frozen in my place, as I stared across the crowd at your familiar face. You've changed your hair a little bit, you wore a newer coat, and suddenly a wave of memories choked inside my throat. The train came rushing into the station with a loud and heavy roar, and we both stepped inside through the separate sliding door. You sat down just a couple seats away from where I stood. You looked up for a moment, like I always knew you would. Our eyes met for a second in the dirty window pane, a flash of recognition full of history and pain. But you didn't say a word and you didn't even smile. You just looked away and stared into the distance for a while. We used to share the headphones, used to lean upon my arm. Now we're acting like two strangers who are dodging any harm. We are strangers on the transit line, passing in the street, acting like our histories have never gotten to me. The pain is so incredible to pretend I don't know you. After all the beautiful things that we used to do, we are two ships in the night that are crossing in the fog, erasing all the chapters from our romantic log. I'll get off at my station and I'll walk into the rain, carrying the heavy weight of this unspoken pain. I remember how you used to hold my hand inside your pocket, and how we bought that cheap and silly silver little locket. Now you're sitting right beside me, but you're a million miles away. in a different universe where we have nothing left to say. The announcer calls the stops as the train keeps moving fast. A mechanical reminder that we cannot fix the past. I watch your reflection as you look into the dark. A beautiful display without a single happy spark. A melody of moving on that I cannot afford. How did we become the people that we used to hate? Two casualties of time and an unforgiving fate. The doors open wide and it's time for me to go, leaving you behind in the subways underflow. We are strangers on the transit line, passing in the street, acting like our histories have never gotten to me. The pain is so incredible to pretend I don't know you. After all the beautiful things that we used to do, we are two ships in the night that are crossing in the fog, erasing all the chapters from our romantic log. I'll get off at my station and I'll walk into the rain, carrying the heavy weight of this unspoken pain. I step onto the floor, the train shuts its door. You are moving fast, deep into my past. Just a stranger now. I'll survive somehow. The blue light of the screen is illuminating my room, a digital reminder of my solitary gloom. I open up our chat and I scroll back to the start, when every little message brought a flutter to my heart. Years of conversations, all the emojis and the jokes, dissolving into nothing like a puff of heavy smoke. My thumb is hovering over the button that says delete, the final act of closure to make the tragedy complete. I think about the photos that you sent me from your trip, and how we used to argue about the sinking of a ship. Now it's just a database of a love that didn't last, a digital cemetery of our short and happy past. One click of a finger and the history is gone. No record of the nights we used to talk until the dawn. The screen goes blank and empty, a reflection of my face, staring at the vacancy that nothing can replace. I'm deleting all the memories from this plastic and glass, trying to forget the way our romance came to pass. The electronic silence is a heavy kind of pain, a modern tragedy that's running through my brain. There is no paper trail of the promises we made, just a bunch of pixels that are destined now to fade. I am disconnected from the life we used to know, with a heart that's processing a devastating blow. The phone is completely quiet, no vibration on the desk. The emptiness of my room has become so picturesque. I wonder if my number is still saved inside your device, or if you cleared me out without even thinking twice. Did you wipe the archive? Did you clear the cache away to start a new chapter with a different kind of day? We are just two users who have logged out of the dream, leaving no footprints in the digital stream. The clock upon the wall is ticking steady and severe, a low fidelity sound in a room of cold and fear. The internet keeps moving with its never-ending noise, while I am left here mourning for the loss of all my joys. A clean slate of nothing, a total system reset, but the hardware of my heart is full of deep regret. I'm deleting all the memories from this plastic and glass, trying to forget the way our romance came to pass. The electronic silence is a heavy kind of pain, a modern tragedy that's running through my brain. There is no paper trail of the promises we made, just a bunch of pixels that are destined now to fade. I am disconnected from the life we used to know, with a heart that's processing a devastating blow. The screen goes down to black, there is no turning back, no messages to see between you and me. System error deep before I go to sleep. I took a piece of paper and a pen from the drawer, sitting on the cold tiles of my kitchen floor. The house is completely silent, not a single sound outside. The perfect time to look at all the things I tried to hide. I started with your name, but my hand began to shake, thinking of the promises that we would always break. I wanna tell you everything that's heavy on my mind, all the bitter remnants that our love has left behind. The ink is running smooth, but the words are hard. How do I describe the way you left me far behind? I write about the nights when I would hold you till the dawn, and how it feels so winter now that all the warmth is gone. I don't expect an answer, and I won't even send the page. A way to let the tiger out of its iron cage. A letter to a shadow, a message to the wind, a record of the tragedy before the world had sinned. This is the secret letter that you will never read, full of all the confessions and the love that still can bleed. I am pouring out my spirit onto the empty white, burning up my memories in the middle of the night. Every line is a regret, every word is a goodbye, an explanation to the question a monument to a romance remember how you used to write little notes upon my hand, simple little drawings that we both could understand. Now I'm writing essays just to fix a broken heart, trying to analyze the moment where we pulled apart. Was it something that I said, or something that I failed to do, that made you pack your bags and find somebody who is new? The paper is getting wrinkled from a single heavy tear, the only piece of evidence that I am still right here. The moon is moving slowly past the window pane, and the ink is starting to look like a map of endless pain. I am sealing up my sorrow in an envelope of white, dropping all my longing into the bottom of the night. No stamp upon the corner, no address on the front, just the heavy price of love and its bitter front. This is the secret letter that you will never read, full of all the confessions and the love that still can bleed. I am pouring out my spirit onto the empty white, burning up my memories in the middle of the night. Every line is a regret, every word is a goodbye, an explanation to the question of a human why. I'll fold it up and hide it where the sun will never shine, a monument to a romance that was never truly mine. No one will ever know where these heavy sentences go, just a drawer full of ink and a heart on the brink, unsent, unread, forever dead. The bar is filled with laughter and the clinking of the glass. Everybody celebrating as the happy hours pass. The music is too loud and the lights are flashing red, but I am miles away with all the things inside my head. A friend is telling stories, but I cannot hear a word. My mind is like a prisoner, a lonely little bird. I smile when they smile, just to look like I belong, but I am just a singer who forgot his own damn song. Hold a sweating bottle of a cheap and bitter beer, wishing that the noise could make your memory disappear. But the louder that they shout, the more I hear your quiet voice, like an echo in a valley when you told me of your choice. The smoke is thick and heavy, hanging low across the room, turning all this celebration into a surrounded by 100 people breathing in this space, but all I see are strangers who can never take your place. I'm lonely in the crowd, I'm screaming without a sound, lost inside a party where the spirits are unbound. The contrast is so painful between their joy and my regret. A room full of faces that I wish I could forget. They think that I am happy because I'm standing in the light, but nobody can see the dark that swallows me tonight. An island in the ocean of a superficial glee, wondering if you are somewhere feeling lonely just like me. Someone taps my shoulder and they ask me if I'm good. I give a nod and tell a lie like anybody should. I'm just a little tired from the long and busy week, but the truth is that my spirit has become too sick to speak. I excuse myself and walk into the bathroom just to breathe, away from all the heavy waves that make my stomach heave. I look into the mirror at the stranger looking back and watch my fragile armor start to splinter and to crack. The bass is thumping through the wall, a steady heavy beat, like the pulse of a city that is dying in the heat. Why does a crowded room always feel so damn deserted when the love you used to count upon is suddenly perverted? I take a deep breath and I step back through the open door to pretend that I am living for a little couple more. I'm lonely in the crowd, I'm screaming without a sound, lost inside a party where the spirits are unbound. The contrast is so painful between their joy and my regret. A room full of faces that I wish I could forget. They think that I am happy because I'm standing in the light, but nobody can see the dark that swallows me tonight. An island in the ocean of a superficial glee, wondering if you are somewhere feeling lonely just like me. The noise keeps going on until the early dawn, but I am just a ghost when I am needed most. So lonely in the middle of them all. Electricity is buzzing through the amplifier cord, a storm of heavy audio that I cannot afford. I'm standing in the garage where we used to have our band, looking at the dusty gear across this empty land. The guitar starts to feedback with a wild and screaming sound, like all the bitter anger that I buried underground. The memories are flashing like a strobe light in my brain, an explosive combination of nostalgia and of pain. I can see you sitting on the amplifier box, laughing at my rhythm while you shook your golden locks. We were gonna take the world, gonna make it to the top, before the engine sputtered and the music had to stop. Now the chords are turning heavy, full of post-rock intensity, a wall of distorted sound that matches my propensity to destroy the quiet room with a symphony of grief, a sonic celebration that is tragically brief. The memories are exploding like a rocket in the sky, screaming through the distortion with a loud and heavy why. I am drowning out the silence with a wall of guitar noise, mourning for the wreckage of our adolescent joys. It's a grand and tragic ending to the story that we wrote, a beautiful disaster in every single note. Let the drums hit like a hammer on my broken-hearted soul, until the heavy static can finally make me whole. The tape machine is spinning, running backwards in the dark, trying to capture a dead and forgotten spark. I can hear the fragments of your laughter in the hiss, a ghostly reminder of the things that I miss. Why did we let the fire burn out into the cold? Why did we betray the story that we had once told? The bass guitar is thumping like a pulse inside my head, saying all the words that we should have never said. The crescendo is building up higher and more loud, a massive cloud of sound that would make the angels proud. The guitars are multiplying, layering the pain, an audio depiction of a devastating rain. I throw my whole body into the final heavy chord, releasing all the misery that I had once stored. The memories are exploding like a rocket in the sky, screaming through the distortion with a loud and heavy why. I am drowning out the silence with a wall of guitar noise, mourning for the wreckage of our adolescent joys. It's a grand and tragic ending to the story that we wrote, a beautiful disaster in every single note. Let the drums hit like a hammer on my broken-hearted soul, until the heavy static can finally make me whole. The amplifiers die underneath the sky, just the ringing in my ears. After all these years, the noise fades away into a silent grave. The soul of violin is weeping softly in the dark. The fireplace is crackling with a small and lonely spark. I wrap the heavy blanket tight around my shivering frame, and listen to the wind outside that's whispering your name. This is the long and painful road of healing from the break, a slow and quiet journey for a solitary sake. The melody is heavy, full of neo-classical grace, a sorrowful companion in this empty, lonely space. They told me time would fix the holes inside my broken soul, that eventually the pieces would combine to make me whole. But tonight the hours are moving like a river made of lead, and all the things you told me are repeating in my head. I watch the orange flames consume the pieces of the wood, wishing that I could forget you like I know I should. The music is a medicine that tastes so very sour, a soundtrack for the misery of this midnight hour. I am crying through the music in the middle of the night, trying hard to fix myself until the morning light. The violin is screaming out the pain I cannot speak, as I sit here shivering, feeling so incredibly weak. It's a slow and steady process of letting go of you, of painting over all the spaces that we used to bloom, a self-inflicted therapy for a broken-hearted mind, leaving all the remnants of our tragic love behind. I found a little earring on the carpet by the chair, a tiny silver reminder that you once were standing there. I held it in my palm until the metal turned so warm, a little piece of shelter from the devastating storm. Then I dropped it in the fire and I watched it turn to ash, along with all the dreams that we so carelessly did smash. The smoke is rising high into the chimney, black and tall, as the music plays a lullaby against the bedroom wall. Let the piano join the strings in a sorrowful duet, a grand and beautiful expression of our ultimate regret. I am breaking down to pieces just to build myself again, an architectural reconstruction through the heavy pain. The night is at its darkest just before the early dawn, and I will keep on breathing even though the warmth is gone. I am crying through the music in the middle of the night, trying hard to fix myself until the morning light. The violin is screaming out the pain I cannot speak, as I sit here shivering, feeling so incredibly weak. It's a slow and steady process of letting go of you, of painting over all the spaces that we used to blue, a self-inflicted therapy for a broken-hearted mind, leaving all the remnants of our tragic love behind. The fire turns to gray, the music fades away, the morning starts to peak, getting strong, moving right along. The stage manager is calling out, it's 5 minutes to go. Time to put the armor on and put on a grand show. I can hear the audience behind the heavy screen, the loudest crowd of people that I have ever seen. My heart is beating heavy like a hammer in my chest, not because of stage fright, but because of all the rest. I look into the mirror and I paint a perfect smile to hide the fact that I've been dead for a very long while. They wanna hear the love songs, they wanna see the stars, they wanna feel the energy of the chords on my guitar. So I step into the spotlight as the curtains open wide and drown the bitter misery that's screaming deep inside. The lights are bright and blinding, I can't see a single face, but I can feel the loneliness inside this crowded space. I hit the opening chords and the crowd begins to roar, while my spirit is just collapsing onto the wooden floor. This is my perfect disguise under the stadium lights, singing out my sorrow for 1,000 lonely nights. They think I am a hero because I sing so loud and strong, but I am just a broken man who is trapped inside a song. I wear a mask of confidence, a smile made of stone, to cover up the tragedy of being left alone. So applaud the performance, enjoy the grand illusion, while I am dying slowly in this musical confusion. Every lyric that I sing is a message sent to you, hoping that it flies across the sky of deep and dark blue. Do you hear me on the radio? Do you see me on the screen? And wonder if I'm still the boy that you had once seen, or am I just a stranger who has made it to the top, whose endless sad melody will never ever stop? The applause is like thunder, but it cannot fill the void of a beautiful relationship that we so easily destroy. The strings are rising high into a dramatic symphony, a theatrical display of my internal agony. I hit the highest note and I let my spirit bleed, giving all these strangers exactly what they need. But when the show is over and the lights begin to dim, the cup of my loneliness will overflow the brim. This is my perfect disguise under the stadium lights, singing out my sorrow for 1,000 lonely nights. They think I am a hero because I sing so loud and strong, but I am just this musical confusion. The final bow is done. The battle has been won, but I am left alone upon this golden throne. The curtains slowly close. Nobody really knows. The winter wind is howling through the cracks in the door. The shadows are stretching long across the wooden floor. I am cleaning out the closet, trying hard to make some space, hoping to erase the final memory of your face. But hanging on a hanger in the very corner back is the woolen scarf you left behind, a stripe of gray and black. I pulled it to my chest and I could smell your sweet perfume, and suddenly your presence filled the empty, quiet room. Still holds the shape of how you wrapped it around your neck, a fragile little remnant of a beautiful shipwreck. I remember how we shared it when the snow began to fall, walking through the park beneath the frozen poplars tall. You laughed because my nose was turning such a bright red color, and now the recollection makes the winter feel so much duller. I hold the woven fabric like a lifeline in the dark, trying to ignite a dead and cold forgotten spark. Your old scarf is wrapping around my cold and heavy heart, reminding me of the day we chose to pull our lives apart. The winter is so cruel when you're sleeping all alone, with nothing but a memory that's hardened into stone. I am holding on to wool because I cannot hold your hand, lost inside the blizzard of a lonely wonderland. Every stitch is a reminder of a warmth that used to be before you walked away and left the freezing cold to me. I wonder if you're warm tonight in someone else's house, if you've forgotten all the quiet words of our solemn vows. Do you have a new scarf to protect you from the breeze when the temperature is dropping and the rivers start to freeze? Or do you sometimes shiver when the night begins to grow, and remember how we used to keep the fire all aglow? The apartment is our refrigerator, empty and severe, and the ghost of your affection is the only thing that's here. I should throw it in the trash or give it all away, but it's the only thing of yours that chose to actually stay. I bury my face into the threads and let the teardrops fall, listening to the winter wind against the bedroom wall. A simple piece piece of clothing shouldn't have this kind of power to make a grown man cry for a whole continuous hour. Your old scarf is wrapping around my cold and heavy heart, reminding me of the day we chose to pull our lives apart. The winter is so cruel when you're sleeping all alone with nothing but a memory that's hardened into stone. I am holding on to wool because I cannot hold your hand, lost inside the blizzard of a lonely wonderland. Every stitch is a reminder of a warmth that used to be before you walked away and left the freezing cold to me. The fire is burning low outside, it starts to snow. I'll keep the scarf right here to pretend that you are near. So cold, so cold, so cold. So cold. I took a piece of paper and a pen from the drawer, sitting on the cold tiles of my kitchen floor. The house is completely silent, not a single sound outside. The perfect time to look at all the things I tried to hide. I started with your name, but my hand began to shake, thinking of the promises that we would always break. I wanna tell you everything that's heavy on my mind, all the bitter remnants that our love has left behind. The ink is running smooth, but the words are hard to find. How do I describe the way you left me far behind? I write about the nights when I would hold you till the dawn, and how it feels so winter now that all the warmth is gone. I don't expect an answer, and I won't even send a page. It's just a way to let the tiger out of its iron cage. A letter to a shadow, a message to the wind, a record of the tragedy before the world had sinned. This is a secret letter that you will never read, full of all the confessions and the love that still can bleed. I am pouring out my spirit onto the empty white, burning up my memories in the middle of the night. Every line is a regret, every word is a goodbye, an explanation to the question of a human why. I'll fold it up and hide it where the sun will never shine, a monument to a romance that was never truly mine. I remember how you used to write little notes upon my hand, simple little drawings that we both understand. Now I'm writing essays just to fix a broken heart, trying to analyze the moment where we pulled apart. Was it something that I said or something that I failed to do that made you pack your bags and find somebody who is new? The paper's getting wrinkled from a single heavy tear, the only piece of evidence that I am still right here. The moon is moving slowly past the window pane, and the ink is starting to look like a map of endless pain. I am sealing up my sorrow in an envelope of white, dropping all my longing into the bottom of the night. No stamp upon the corner, no address on the front, just the heavy price of love and its bitter fraud. This is a secret letter that you will never read, full of all the confessions and the love that still can bleed. I am pouring out my spirit onto the empty white, burning up my memories in the middle of the night. Every line is a regret, every word is a goodbye, an explanation to the question of a human why. I'll fold it up and hide it where the sun will never shine, a monument to a romance that was never truly mine. No one will ever know where these heavy sentences go, just a drawer full of ink and a heart on the brink, unsent, unread, forever dead.